Okay guys, Coach Full Farrelly. Today in this video I'm going to get you guys to review what you've eaten. In the previous video we logged the foods for the day. So this is the screen running the diary. So say for example we're in the home page. It's going to hit down the bottom left hand side, diary. And that's what we recorded. So I'm just going to scroll all the way to the bottom. So see down the bottom left hand side it says nutrition, so we're just going to click that, and here it shows a breakdown in where you're eating like most of your calories. What you want to do is, especially if you're trying to lose body fat, you want to front load your calories in the day, so you want to eat most of your calories in the morning. So there's a common saying that some people know: you want to eat breakfast like a king, eat lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper. And what there's scientific evidence that proves this, that if you're wanting to lose the body fat, eat as much of the calories in the morning, then a little bit less lunch, and then even less for dinner. And say for example that same amount of calories you might have had for breakfast, if you eat those, say at that same meal, say calories at night time, more chances are that you'll put that into body fat. What I'm going to then do, so you'll notice up the top I've got calories, I've got nutrients and macros. We're just going to go to nutrients. So in here, so it's got some of the common ones like proteins, carbohydrates, fiber, etc. So for today, the goal for me, based on what I've entered, was that I needed to hit 124 grams of protein. So just for the day, so reviewing this, I can already see, okay, I'm not hitting my protein targets. I'm not hitting my carbohydrate targets based on the training schedule. Same with fiber. Fiber is incredibly important for many, many reasons. It helps give you that feeling of fullness. It helps feed your gut bacteria and helps with your gut microbiome. So you want to make sure you're hitting the right amount of fiber as well. And in here, see it's got sugars as well. So the goal was 93 and I've actually hit 31. So that's actually pretty good. So so I've got a sugar challenge. So whenever I'm doing the sugar challenge, that's the figure you want to write down, the 31 grams for today. So I'm just scrolling through looking at some of the other numbers. So sodium levels, vitamin A, so it's recommended to hit a certain vitamin A. Vitamin C, I'm over. You'll find it often, you'll always be over. Calcium, so I'm not quite hitting my calcium requirements and not quite hitting my iron requirements. Same with the vitamin A. So this is actually indicating I'm not actually eating enough or not eating the right amount of foods. And sugars is good. I wouldn't worry about trying to hit that target for sugars. You want to try to minimize that. So this is how you can see. And then with the macros, with this myfitnesspal, it tends to give you a default setting of 30% carbohydrates. 50% carbohydrates, 30% fat, 20% protein. So that's the goal down there. And it's showing how you've actually compared. So my fat, if that was all I was eating today, I'm probably eating more fat based on these default macronutrient settings of the 50, 30, 20. If you want to manipulate these, I think you've got to actually pay for a premium version of myfitnesspal, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. I tend not to use these macros too much. I tend to use the nutrients and the calories. The calories, like I said, more just to double check that I'm eating more of my calories in the morning. In this one, you can see 32% is in the morning. Most of my calories are in the evening. So this is one tweak I can make. I can tweak this to, rather than have 42% for dinner, I can add more calories in the morning. So what I could have done here actually is I could have switched the lunch and the dinner. So what I had for dinner I could add for lunch, and what I had lunch I could add for dinner, and that would have tweaked that a bit. And with the nutrients, like I said, this is where after I've reviewed this, and because I can see I'm not eating the right amount of foods and not eating enough, I can go and investigate, okay, what are other ways I can increase my protein? What other ways I can increase the fiber? What are other foods that might be high in calcium, iron and vitamin A that I can consume to get these numbers up? So that's the review of the foods that you've logged, and that's how you can actually identify the changes that you need to make. If you've got any questions, make sure you let me know. Thank you for watching, everybody. Catch you guys all later.